open. Anything and Everything Goes podcast. You won't find anything like it. And why is that? Because the Comfortably Poor podcast keeps it 100. Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Welcome back to another Comfortably Poor live stream. Phone lines are open, 844-997-0775. Hashtag Comfortably Poor on Twitter. Use that to ask your questions, chat with us during the show. We are open books, people. We'll talk about anything and everything. Again, hashtag Comfortably Poor on Twitter, 844-997-0775. All right, we got the business out of the way. What's up, fellas?
Well, I'm, still indulging in my
healthy.
birthday festivities. Why not?
Yeah, yesterday. Happy birthday. Everybody make sure
Thank
to
you.
at
Yesterday
Romero
was-
on air. Say happy birthday.
Yesterday was Pie Day,
Happy
Steak and
birthday
Blowjob
to Danny
Day.
Gates. You already know. Oh, shit. Yes,
You
yes,
know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes.
You
Steak
got to
and
get that
blowjobs.
BJ and that ribeye.
Oh, at the
You get-
same
you know
damn
what I'm saying?
time if you can.
Just set the plate right on top of her head. Just
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just use her as a
stick
tray
the potato
Spill-proof
there.
grease.
Yeah.
and a fuck bucket.
And a fuck bucket.
Hell yeah.
Wait, is that her?
No, it was good, man. It was
She the
good.
fuck bucket?
I just.
No offense, ladies. Please don't be offended. You are lovely human
I love
beings.
women. I have a daughter.
Facts.
So yeah, no, it was good, bro. It was a good time. Got some pot. Got to hang out with some
Pat?
friends. BS. Yeah, some pat.
Some pat.
And it was a good time, man. I had
What's up with
days.
you, Brando? I
the
know
days
you've
before
been,
yesterday?
a traveling man. Okay, go. Yeah, what's up?
I had some shit days before yesterday, so I was just trying to make the best out of yesterday.
Oh, it was
That I
good to
could,
chill
so.
on your birthday. Shit worked out
Yeah.
well on your birthday then.
Yeah, it was, and it's also what you make of it, man. It really is.
I can definitely say that perspective is everything. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I've been traveling, man. I've been traveling, and honestly, I've kind of taken a break from traveling per se, but I'm not at my. I guess you could say I'm not at my. I'm at one of my home bases, but I'm not at the one I want to be in. But it's all good. I'm keeping up with it. New York was awesome. Had a blast. Always gonna love my family.
Yeah, man,
out
you
there.
had it. You did it big in New York.
Yeah, I was doing it big in New York, bro. New York was, man, working, playing. New York was great. Michigan was awesome. Got to kick it with the family again. Family is everything to me. When I was younger, I loved family. As I grew up, I started to hate them. But now, with my new philosophy, I love family. Family's great.
No, dude.
So yeah, dealing with coronavirus.
Honestly,
and
that's so
shit.
real. We got to talk about that
No, we will,
at
bro.
some point because
But no, like dealing with
It's very
coronavirus,
interesting you say that.
canceling fucking parades in Chicago, fucking games shutting down. Fucking shopping was fucking ridiculous. I mean, shopping is absurd out there.
What's
Hey,
traveling?
oh, Adam,
have you seen the grocery
Have
stores?
you been getting around?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
in the grocery stores. I've been in the grocery stores. I've
because
been
this
online.
shit is
Uber
crazy.
Eats. Uber Eats is pretty
So
fucking
we
crazy
got-
right now.
We got snow yesterday. It snowed yesterday. And
Yeah.
there were people in lines outside of Costco waiting in the snow. Just lines as they were
God
people in
damn.
groups. Just for ass wipe. Like, who,
Yo, check it out.
that's craziness.
Check it out, right? I was at Sam's Club. Do you know how like when you can put your hand like in the cooler and you can feel like the rows of meat and shit?
Facts, yeah.
Can you imagine 3 or 4 aisles of those coolers empty? Can you
Just
imagine
metal racks. That's
just
it.
metal
Just
racks?
empty.
Yes, just metal racks. Maybe
Yeah,
like the little
yeah.
bedding, the little felt bedding thing, carpeting shit they have underneath them sometimes. Empty, just abandoned, empty. Butchers had nothing to slice. Dude, the fucking freezer departments where like the oven stuff was gone, dude. Like empty fucking hollowed out drawers and I mean, it looked like the Dawn of the Dead in there. It looked like they had just like set up the store and they were waiting for inventory. It was crazy, man. I had not seen anything like that.
There's a video
Sam's
floating around
Club
online right now of like a younger lady trying to throw blows with an old granny, like an old granny, like old lady trying to throw blows with her over some toilet paper. Like, this young girl was not playing around. She needed her ass wipe, and she was about to throw blows with grandma to try and get it. Like, people had to step in and be like, you're crazy. This is an elderly woman. What are you doing? Like, she's like,
this is a chick who's likely to die from the coronavirus, and you're freaking being we'll kill you for the corona. It's insanity.
Yeah. It's not okay. I don't know. We've talked about this before off air, but I don't, I'm not making a ton of jokes about it. I did in the beginning, but it's a legit thing to be concerned about. Do I think it's the media's hyping it up even more? Of course. There's no doubt about it, but I think it's definitely something to be concerned about, and I think people should prepare a little bit. I think they've gone a little over the top with it, but there's definitely something to being prepared for. Maybe having to be in your house for 2 or 3 weeks.
I think if you stick to survival, then you can't typically go wrong. You don't need toilet paper to survive. So why the fuck are you trying to kill somebody over toilet paper? Right? Like, you could have hit this old ass chick in the fucking head. That bitch could have fallen to the left and slammed her head on the corner of a shelf, and you could be in prison right now just because you were trying to be fucking stupid. Again, it's not food. Even food, I can understand to a certain degree. Again, fighting old people is always going to be kind of a shady thing to do, but. Dude, if you're fighting for food and there really is no food left and you don't have a ton of food in the house, I could see take blows for that reason. But it's toilet paper, guys. Toilet paper.
Well, this is like, one of the first things I said about this, people are treating toilet paper like a TV on Black Friday. Because it's
what my question is
fighting
like,
over fucking bullshit.
How much toilet paper are you using? Like,
exactly.
When you guys take a dump.
Yeah,
dude. How many squares are you using? How many squares do you guys use when you take a dump? What's your
depends on the shit.
That depends.
Depends on the shit.
Well, no, he's right.
If it's a normal shit, if it's a normal shit, I'm using good 3-4 squares.
Yeah. I usually go like 2 squares out, I fold it over, I go another 2 squares, and I tear, and then I fold that over.
And
so
tear,
like 4
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 4 squares in total when it's all said and done.
And
but
I might do that twice if I really need to. And then, of course, I go
when
with
it's
the wet wipe to clean up.
A wet one, when it's a serious one.
Buddy.
When you need to be medically checked for that one. When you need to see if Osama is still alive.
You need to lay off the chili, homie. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop eating so much chili.
Yeah, nigga. When your ass is getting splashed back, all right?
he said when White Castle.
When your ass knows what it feels to be a toilet rim and a floor around it.
He's stupid.
But that was my thing.
But, that's real, bro. That's real.
Why is toilet paper the craze? Like, I would think food and water and
hand sanitizer. Like, get the fuck out of here. Wash your fucking hands, bro.
Did you see the
every
story
place
about
you go? There's a fucking bathroom.
Friends? Yeah, the story about the 2 friends that they went to like Walmart and Dollar Store and all these different places where hand sanitizer was like cheap. They bought up like $17,000 or 17,000.
Yes, bro, 17,000 bottles.
That was in the South, like Tennessee,
and
Alabama,
they were trying to hustle.
Like
Yeah. And they were trying to hustle, and they got stuck with it. And like, no one's buying hand sanitizer from them. Like, you fucking stupid. Like, trying to profit off this shit, and it
you stupid motherfucker.
Fucking rednecks, dumb rednecks.
But you know what it is, though, dude? Like, it's the same thing. It's like hand sanitizer and toilet paper is the craziest shit. However, if you are looking for hand sanitizer and toilet paper, head to your local office store. A lot of people don't think to look there for supplies.
Well,
Yeah,
hang
buy
on.
some
I mean,
reams of
just
paper.
I like the analogy you just drew there, Dan. Like where you were saying like hand sanitizer and toilet paper. I agree. It's the same exact fucking thing. Wash your fucking hands and wash your fucking ass, bro. You guys know me, bro. I'm not a proponent of toilet paper. I like water. I like to put some water on my ass with maybe a splash of soap after I take a shit. I'm not a big fan of wiping my ass with paper, bro. I think paper gets stuck, and if you're about to get your ass,
So
licked
you're
on
a shit to
afterward,
shower
too,
kind of guy.
I'm a shit to shower kind of guy. Exactly right.
Yeah.
I learned that some years ago, man. Like I think that, and if that's not available, it has to be a wet wipe. I don't nothing dry, bro. Nothing ever dry. I don't like that sort of shit. But I
Yeah.
feel that, dude. I think you
mean-
should wash things. You don't need all these, magic liquids and
Extras.
magic papers
Stop with
and
the extra
shit.
bullshit. The consumerism that's literally fucking made you, feed into these corporate companies. You don't need the extra shit. Get a bottle of soap, get a bar of soap, and wash your fucking hands. It only takes 20 seconds. People are so disgusting. And I'm mad that it took a virus. It took a fucking pandemic for these
Let it all
motherfuckers
out,
to
dude.
not be
Let it all
pigs.
out. Tell us how you really
To not be
feel.
pigs. I hate pigs. Unless they're cooked. Slaughtered.
It makes a pretty delicious meal, that's for sure. If you got comments or want to talk a little about the coronavirus, what your thoughts are on about it, phone lines are open, ready to go. 844-997-0775, toll free. Or locally here in the States, 442-244-9900. Hashtag comfortably poor. Chat with us on the old Twitter. And let's talk about the coronavirus.
I
How's
do
it
have to say, I
affecting
do
you?
agree with Brando. I love bidets. I love a little water shooting up my asshole. That's why I really want
Yeah.
a colonic.
Slow down. A bidet and a colonic are two different things. Let's not get too crazy now.
They are different.
Have
but
either one
I
of you
agree
ever
with
had
the
an enema?
sentiment.
Have
Of course,
either
I've had
of
tons
you
of
ever-
Imagine, but no, colonic cleans out your fucking folds or your colon and shit.
Wait.
Adam's
Back
like,
up.
stop. He's like,
Brando,
"Slow the motherfucker."
you said, I asked if any of you have ever had an enema, and you said with like joy in your voice almost, you said, of course, I've had plenty of them. What do you mean?
No, that's true.
Do you treat yourself to them? Like, is this like a delight? Like,
Well,
what do you mean?
I
You've had
don't know.
plenty of enemas.
I akin it to like my binge eating of sweet food, maybe like 3 times a
So
year.
sometimes you
twice a year.
just needed to clean your system out. You just
Twice,
go get you a-
it's not I need to. Like I could go
Excuse
the
me.
rest of my life, or I never really had to even do this. Like this is just something that I find
It's a preference?
is quite It's healthy. It is a preference. Yeah, I prefer to do this. Yeah. I don't know. It's healthy and it's.
See, I only know about it for anal sex.
Recommend-
Hey, you give
it
that
feels-
bitch the
it
enema so you can
feels-
fuck her in the ass.
You don't have
That's
to do
about
that
it.
either. You don't have to do that either. No, so like what enemas pretty much do is like how have you ever seen like a scale model of intestines? Or
Wait,
like
say that
maybe of
again?
your colon? Have you ever seen like a model of the human colon or intestines or anything like this?
Yeah, it looks like a squash.
No,
Looks like a.
they've always
Looks like
said
an
that it
eggplant.
looks like the pink sock.
You know how like they say like if you extend it'll be like so and so feet long, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the intestines or the colon?
Yeah, the intestines.
Yes.
Well, the
The
intestines.
yes. It's
The
like
intestines
so
I'm
many
talking
miles
about, right.
long, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's very long. Let's just say
Yeah.
that. The colon is at the end of those, right? The colon,
Right.
like the intestines, has kinks and things in it. So, like, what
Right.
colonics and enemas to it. An enema is simply a home colonic. That's pretty much what an enema is. An enema is pretty much the colonic that you do at home by yourself, no tools or anything like that. Or no
Of course.
actual, like, more proper tools. So, like, you do this shit, and the water actually gets in the kinks. It actually cleans you out, like, in a way that you can't, like, take something orally to do. It gets in there and it gets all types of fucking dirt and not just like fecal material, but all types of other bacteria and
Why
stuff
you
out.
got dirt in your asshole? What are you doing?
Why would you
Farting in the
have
woods again?
dirt there? That's kind of
Biff.
like just some mammal shit. It's not dirt; it's bacteria, though. But
Right.
dirt is what plants grow in.
Wait. So what? Give me a scenario in which you would actually feel like you would have to do this. Like, are you going to teach?
It's a time thing. You do it every so often. So if it's like springtime, you know, like you give yourself a colonic, you know, maybe fall time.
Springtime. A little spring cleaning in that asshole,
like
right?
That's how I approach it. There are some people who like, yo, I feel clogged up. I should do this. I just do it by like do it on a time scale every so often. I wish I could. We should put a link in the description. Yeah, I feel like a real YouTuber
For
now.
colonics?
No, not colonics, for enemas.
No, for enemas.
Enemas.
Hey, if there's an enema company that can.
Well, not even company, but
sponsor
and colon health, like the reason why one might do that, the reason why like it can be a good thing to do every so often, like that's what I would be putting a link to. But yeah, no, they're good, and I think they're very healthy. Yeah,
I guess. I mean, I've had one time for
you don't have to do it at the same. For thousands
Right.
of years, people have done stuff like this, and for thousands of years, people haven't. It's not going to greatly change your life, but
How do you feel though when you have it? Because
I
I've
feel
just
cleaned
always
out.
heard you.
I literally, you know that saying, like I feel 10 pounds lighter after taking a shit or something.
Yeah.
You literally feel like. I mean, like to me, that's. I mean, that is a great saying that accompanies that sort of feeling. Like,
No, I've heard
feel
that
lighter,
too,
you
and that's
feel
why I don't know if that
cleaned
shit
out.
is real. That shit stands.
yeah, bro, the bottom section of your. I mean, you want to float on fucking clouds. It's nuts, dude.
You know what?
Wait,
That might.
just from an enema?
I might need
You want
this.
to float on clouds?
I'm
I
being
don't know about all
hyperbolic.
that.
Poor Adam. Right arm around your shoulders. I'm being
Adam.
hyperbolic, buddy. It's okay.
No, I got that, but it doesn't feel great.
It's great.
I mean, it doesn't feel like any of that. It feels like you have a massive shit building up in your ass cheeks, and then you release. Sure, that release is fine. The release is exciting, but
Well, I was mainly talking about the afterward.
He's
when
not-
you-
he's
when you
talking
walk
about
out
the
of
colon,
bathroom,
though.
bro. Yeah, like when you walk out of the bathroom, it's all over, and it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, you know, like, don't you feel like relieved?
you
Don't
walk
feel
out
like
whistling and
Yeah,
snapping
yes,
fingers.
yes.
You're just like,
Whistle, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And everybody goes into an annual enema.
Exactly. Oh shit! This is great.
No, I've always wondered what it feels like to, because they always say that, red meat. It's known that red meat gets stuck in the folds of your colon.
Yeah, it does.
And it can lead to a lot of really, major problems.
Exactly.
And I love red meat.
Me too.
And so I honestly would take every bit of opportunity. Hey, you don't shit like an animal after a while, right? You shit like a normal person.
Dude, after about, depending on how fucking backed up you might be, I mean, after anywhere from, I guess you could say 45 seconds to 3 minutes, you're good.
Holy mother of God.
I had just an enema, not a colonic. I had an enema for a medical procedure, and they gave it to me like 6 hours before my procedure, and at least half of that time, I was back and forth from the bathroom until I was.
Yeah, you'll be able to get off the toilet, but you might have to go back. Probably.
You'll definitely have that urge.
However-
it's like taking a
however-
laxative.
however
Like,
You and the
don't have
toilet
to
are
take
good
a
friends.
laxative or anything, or like.
But see, that's the thing, dude. Like, my colon is pretty clean. So, like, even when I do an enema, like, I might have to go 2 or 3 times, but usually after that, I'm good. But I think that's only because of the way I eat and shit. Like, it's going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't expect any fixed results.
Yeah.
But if you've never done it before, you
do
eat
have
a lot of
favorite
red meat,
flavor?
you have a ton of fucking bread in your fucking system and shit. Yeah, you might be back and forth to the toilet, 4 to 6 hours. I wouldn't be surprised.
What is the purpose? Okay, so this is going to be for Brando then, because he seems to be in the know about this. What is a barium enema for? What's the purpose of the barium?
The barium?
Like, what does barium do? Like, isn't that's the thing, right? Like barium.
Yeah,
enemas,
I know the element, but I'm not sure of its exact function in an enema.
Okay. You always hear about that when people talk about an enema. They're like, "Oh, I got a barium enema," like making a joke or whatever. Mine was just soap and water. Like when they gave it, it was just
barium.
Barium. Soap and water is the most common.
The nurse just gave me soap and warm water.
Yeah, that's the most common.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie.
Might be
you know
what's
lubrication,
to be honest.
Like, I'm all for hospitals, and we've talked about this off air too. And this is actually probably something that may make it in a future episode, but I'm all for doctors and hospitals and what they do. But damn if you don't lose all kind of dignity when you're in a hospital. Like, you are just nothing in a hospital. Like, when I had to have that done, it was like just cheeks out, bent over in front of the toilet, and this nurse lady comes in just shoving a hose up my asshole. And it's just like, you're gonna feel a little pressure. It's a little pressure. I thought it was gonna start coming out of my ears, like my mouth. Like,
No.
more than a little pressure.
How do you think some of those gay guys feel?
Hey, listen, can I give you some honest advice?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not. When I say you, I mean I'm speaking in the third person. Like, this is for everyone.
The people want the honest advice.
Anyone who
Drop
actually
some
might
knowledge.
actually take a fucking enema, right? This is what I would say: have someone who cares about you do it for you, because. I'm being serious. I'm not even kidding. Have someone who cares about you do it for you. Adam, have your lady do it for you. Dan. Have someone you're fucking do. Have someone because I'm telling you. Well, you might not. You might like the cold fucking Dracula treatment, but like, so, yeah, some of those nurses are fucking evil. Like that. This has been a long time since this has happened. It was ages ago, but it happened in a hospital, kind of like, just like Adam said, it's like so fucking invasive. You're gonna feel something, okay? I'm like, oh, because I'm young, dude. I'm like, okay. Oh my, fucking no, not okay, not okay. Oh, I was fucking ready.
And let me tell you,
They actually
crazy?
had to hold me down. I think like one of those times. They actually held me down
Because
I was ready to fight, bro. I fucking kicked one. I was fucking young as shit, dude. But I fucking hated the first few times. So forceful and shit. Just fucking grab you. Like, bitch, I'll fucking cave your shit in.
Look, man, all I can really fucking say, if a bitch ever did that to me, and this is how I know my brain is warped, I would be like, man, yeah, that shit hurts, but like, all I can think is, this bitch likes this shit. She's constantly shoving shit in her ass when she's home, and now she gets to fucking do this shit to somebody else.
Listen, this is exactly
that would be my first fucking thought.
I love nurses. If I can fuck a chick who's a nurse, it's a great experience. There's something about nurses. I can't put my finger on it.
I always wanted to fuck a nurse, though. That is very true.
When I was having this, we can switch to that topic here in a second, but when I was having my medical thing done that I needed my enema and stuff, a couple hours prior to that, so they had to also give me the finger. For those that know what I'm trying to say, they had to check my prostate and everything. So, knowing that this was happening, I'm laying there on the bed, gown on, wide open in the back. Jesus. Doctor comes in. And the first thing I do is put my hand out because I know what's about to happen. And I need to know how big this guy's hands are. Like, what am I working with? Like, shake my hand nice and firm. Let me see these digits. Because you are about to go deep space 9 on me. And I need to know what you got here. Like, are you a lotion guy? Are you are you rough? Do you feel like you're a mechanic? Like, what we got going on here? Like, I need to know. And
You feel like you're a mechanic.
like, he got behind me. I hear snap, snap. I was like, oh,
Snap, snap.
shit.
Yep, them gloves, boy. You already know.
And then he just went straight for the lube and just right in. I was like, oh, God. God.
Jesus, Adam.
It's like, Jesus. That's
Poor
what I
guy.
said. I said,
It's terrible.
"Jeez." It's, I was good. I was healthy. That's the end result. The end result is I was healthy. I mean, shit. That's all
You
I
know
got
what?
for
I've
that.
always wondered, like,
He brought me a Jello cup.
there's a
afterward.
clip, there's a famous clip of me isolated saying, I want to stick my finger in men's asses. And it came from a conversation about like, what guy goes to school saying, I want to stick a finger in men's asses?
Be a proctologist.
Like,
Yeah.
like what guy really
I talk about that all
decides
the
to
time.
study that shit in school, bro?
Like, what dude needs to be a urologist or a
Dude, I don't know. They're
what's the foot
either
doctor?
very
Shit,
gay
you
and
know,
comfortable about the idea.
I
but
think,
they're-
I think
or
what it
maybe-
is
or
it's,
maybe
it's
it's
such
usually-
a specialty that they know they're gonna have work. It's a specialty that needs to be done.
True.
So, you
Well,
know,
that's
they're
what I was
have
gonna say.
work.
The other side
Why
of it
not?
could be either money, like as you know,
Yeah,
like you said,
facts.
guaranteed work. But I think there's also a subset of those people who are very much driven by like personal things that have happened in their lives. Like I always wonder, like who's the guy who goes around feeling on testicles? Like that guy who he's got 5 kids at home and he's got a beautiful wife, but he cups balls all day long. That guy might have had an uncle or a dad who died from testicular cancer maybe when he was younger. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You
a
hear that a
driven
lot.
subset of people like
Sometimes.
who've gone through some shit, whose life's work now is to rid the world of that thing so that no one else has to go through what they went through, right?
Yeah. No, I think you hear a lot of people that become like I'm drawing a blank right now on what it's doctors that study cancer,
Oncologists.
oncologists, yeah. That a lot of them talk about that. You know, I saw cancer, what it did to my mom, or what it did to my dad, or my grandpa. Like, it drove me to want to be able to solve this, or help people get better with it and stuff like that. You definitely hear there tends to be a particular reason why a doctor becomes a specialist in a certain
Specialist in a certain
area rather
field,
than
yeah.
just a regular like GP. So
I want to
no,
link
I'll give
that
you
up.
that 100%.
I want to link what you said a bit ago and what I said up just now, like because you were talking about how like there's no dignity in hospitals, and like I think that comes from like
100%.
medical training and like seeing so many bodies. Like when you see thousands and thousands of bodies, like eventually you dehumanize them to a certain degree to be like not to be like you're not a person, but it's more like I don't see it's just a body. It's something I have to work on. This is a problem. This is what I have to fix. It becomes very androgynous, very genderless at that point. It's
Right.
all kind of factually.
You're talking
laid out
about from
before
like the
you.
nurse or doctor side of it?
Yes, from the way them looking
From
at
their-
patients.
Exactly.
They
Yeah,
don't.
of
They're
course.
not seeing Adam really. You're just a name
Yeah,
on a piece of
I'm
paper.
just a
They're
patient.
seeing
Exactly.
So it's not like for us as patients, it's very personal for us to think about. Like that's why we can sit and laugh about it. Like people sticking their fingers up our asses, But at the end of the day, for them, it's like, no, there's a screw loose. We need to fix this shit. I don't know, and I think that's how a person actually does it. You know what I mean? Like actually look at someone's balls all day long, or even a gynecologist sit and look inside of the expansive gaping holes of fucking,
Pregnant
twats
women.
that have pushed out 5 or 6 fucking screaming maws by the time they're
Jesus.
fucking 30 or 35. These fucking gaping cunts. These open,
Jeez.
thirsting canes.
The words spoken of Brando do not affect those spoken here on the Comfortably Poor podcast. Like, Jesus. Brando going
Massive French double doors
Pregnant
that these
women.
gynecologists have to offer their services to.
I was just
What
actually
is-
being asked that
what
before
is
I got
the
on.
worst-
Hold on, before I got on the podcast, I was just being asked that actually, like what, if you were a gynecologist, and you had to see that kind of shit, would you, how would you feel about going home and fucking? And I'll be like, yo, I'm a dude. I'm still gonna want pussy. I'm just gonna be glad I'm going back to something home that I I'm used to, that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Something familiar, because what I've been getting in my office all day long is a lot of fucking strange. And it does a lot of interesting things. Some of this strange grabs my hand and doesn't let go. Some of it attacks me when I'm trying to give a pap smear. Some of it fucking locks on my arm like some sort of fucking crack-addled constructor snake. You know, it's a lot of strange pussy coming into the fucking office. So yeah, I'd be happy to go home to something familiar.
Well, what is the worst specialty? What if you were going to be a doctor and you had to choose a specialty? What's the worst one? What would be the one you're like, I will do anything but that one? For me, I think it's a urologist.
Brain.
Like
Yeah.
I'd rather
I think
look
it's
at
brain,
I'd rather
the
look at buttholes than look at people's balls and wrinkly dicks. Like I'd rather be. A
would rather
proctologist
look
than a
at.
urologist.
I would rather look at assholes than wrinkly dicks and balls, but I also would not want to be like a brain surgeon. That shit is so fragile. If I fuck one thing up, that person is a different person entirely. Like,
Yeah, it's your story.
you know, I don't know. I feel like heart surgery could be done before brain surgery.
Well, it's like anesthesiologists too, right? Like they are some of the highest paid, actually, even higher than doctors, and they have some of the highest medical premiums, like medical insurance premiums, because when you go under, it's up to them. You know, your life is basically in the anesthesiologist's
Yes, sir.
hands. So that's kind of.
But they make so much fucking money, and they have so much
big bank.
like, and they have so much like shit that covers their ass. So even if they do overdose you, most of the time they're not gonna get in trouble. That's the one job that they're not gonna really look into it.
Right. Unless
It's
you're Michael
craziness.
Jackson's former doctor that was put him to sleep with.
Well, see, that's
and
that shit is crazy. But see, that's the
Servants
thing.
of
Like
time.
they killed. He was an idiot to kill a superstar. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like,
yeah,
you're not gonna kill a superstar. You're gonna kill a fucking regular everyday Joe.
yeah.
I don't know.
844-997-0775. You want to talk about anything that we've talked about so far? Coronavirus, hospital talk, enemas, colonics, all that good stuff. We are off to a blazing start, people.
Yeah, just for the record, I agree with you. Urology would be what I would just avoid at all costs.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Hey, yo, for birthday celebrations, I'm trying to take a hit. Brando, you got a bowl?
Yes, I've been.
I
holding
got a
this shit for
fat
like
ass bowl
20
here with
minutes.
some keef. Let's take a smoke break for all my smokers out there. Take a hit with us. Yesterday was my birthday. I turned 27, going on 50. My body feels that way, but it's okay. Marijuana helps me, and it'll help you too if you take it. Adam, Mr. Mom Adam, mute your mic.
These fucking assholes.
I don't want to hear your judgment.
I don't want to hear your judgment.
Literally sparkling water.
That's good.
Yeah. No booze in the house either. Jesus Christ. How have you not
No.
committed suicide
No.
as an
Hard
Irishman?
knock life right
Pantry,
now.
Cupboards are dry. Cupboards are dry.
Um,
While you guys
go.
do that,
Let's
let
take
me
a hit.
share with the listeners, because these fellas aren't that much into it, but I was trying to convince them before we started. Go ahead and roast your bowl. If y'all need some good trash TV to watch, this is my shit right now. There you go. There you go. Pull. Love is Blind on Netflix right now is the greatest trash TV out there. It's the most awkward, cringe, just best show available. So make sure to go watch Love is Blind. No free ads for Netflix, but man, I loved it. It was good. I felt awkward. and happy and laughed.
So
masses'
I don't know. How do you get signed? Can anyone be signed up to this, or you have to be a celebrity to?
It was
Or
quote unquote an experiment.
okay.
And they had quite a few people from Chicago on there actually. So I think they came through Chicago at some point looking for contestants. But yeah, so it was a quote unquote experiment. Like I was telling you guys off air. I'll try not to do any spoiler alerts. Excuse me, but. It was like women were on one side of this house, men were on the other. They never saw each other. And then they would go on these dates like every day, and they'd meet in these pods with a wall between them. There was like a wall that they still couldn't see each other, but they could like talk over it or through it or whatever. And they would just get to know each other or whatever. All they could hear was their voice. And over like a period of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, some of these men and women would like fall in love. And then they would ask each other to marry them. Like they would fall that much in love that they would marry each other. And it's like once they were done with that part, then they go on like this little vacation getaway. Now that they've seen each other, then they have to move into like a little studio apartment with each other and live together and learn about each other. And then they get married. The end result is like, will they say yes to each other? Like that's the whole concept. And it is
I would love
best
that.
fucking
I think
thing.
I would
This
love
sounds
that.
like such trash I would watch. I'm not even gonna lie.
I would
It is so
love
good. So
That's
good.
the kind of TV that I like. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm exposing
Love is
myself right
Blind.
now.
It is so good. It is so awkward.
No,
That's the kind
dude,
of
it's
thing I would
totally
watch.
all right. We all have our shows, bro. I've realized
That's the
that
kind
we
of
all
TV I'd
have our
watch with
fucking
But
shows.
I love trash TV. What is your guys' guilty pleasure? I know you. Again, I don't want to keep saying you're not TV people, but what is if you're gonna flip on the tube and watch something? What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty fucking pleasure when I was younger, and I won't lie, if it's on today, I just don't have cable, so I don't just turn it on, and go to town and actively look for it. But yo, honestly, fucking Maury had it down pat. There was something about Maury in his calm demeanor with these crazy motherfuckers, and I realized that it really fucking drove people more crazy.
Oh man.
When he was calm and he would talk to them and they're just raging, and there's something about that psychology that just makes me so fucking happy. But Maury, but also I was I'm trying to think of some other shows I really got into.
Jerry Springer. Me and my buddy watched Jerry Springer religiously, like when it was still new episodes and stuff. We had a routine even. Like sometimes we would like skip fucking school to watch Jerry Springer. We'd walk up to the little Asian market. We'd grab a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, a cherry Coke. We'd come home, roast a bowl, and watch Jerry Springer and just have a good
trash
fucking time.
television,
It
bro.
was so good.
Trash. I love Judge Judy. She's just such a cunt.
I would call Maury and Jerry Springer trash television. I don't know if I would call like the first show you were describing, Adam. I don't know if I'd call that trash.
No, it's trash.
Oh, no, it's trash.
It's all
It is.
reality trash.
You'll watch it. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is. It's
Okay.
watch it. Check it out.
See, the
You'll
thing is,
understand what I mean.
I have guilty pleasures, but not because I don't know. Like, okay, this I'm sure I know this show is not on anymore. I'm pretty sure it's Secret Life of the American Teenager, right? That show.
What is that?
It was a show way back in there, but it was a guilty pleasure. I never like to admit that I watched that, but I loved that show for whatever reason. But it was just,
What was it
it's
about?
kind of like
Tell me
watching a
about
train
it, though.
accident after. It's just like kids. It's like kids in high school and doing high school shit, growing up and experiencing.
Was it a reality show or was
pregnancy
it like made up? Was
no,
it like
it wasn't reality show.
sketch?
It's like
Okay.
a scheduled sort of
Okay. So it's
but
like a
also,
regular show.
so remember the other day we were talking about this. Do you remember when I was like keeping up with the Kardashians? That was another guilty pleasure.
You actually watched that?
I actually watched that.
I hated that show so much.
I actually watched that.
So much.
But very
I'm about
often
to admit
it's
something on the
women who
air.
Get me into this shit.
Yeah. Let's get into
No,
it.
and it's about the and let me tell you something. It's about the people that get you into it too.
Yeah,
I want to make sure that people make that clear sometimes, because I'm about to admit something on the air. I loved and followed a novela all the way till the end.
Telemundo?
A Spanish soap opera, yes,
like
sir.
A soap opera.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I followed one all the way till the end. The Mexican pussy was that good. No, I'm kidding. But it was actually her being able to explain the stuff.
Like, can't you, like on Telemundo and stuff, like don't they show some sex and stuff, like just like regular throughout the day? Like, don't they show a lot more on that stuff?
They did back in the day, not as much now.
They back in the day, yeah.
Our time, like Cinemax after like 11 p.m. they had Skinemax, right? Like so the soft.
Their midday soap operas had a lot of fucking
like tits and ass.
a lot of sex. Yeah, a lot of sex, a lot of tits and ass, a lot of fucking love making.
Titties came.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Usually around
a lot of
lunchtime.
Hispanic cock.
Yeah, lunchtime around noon, you're gonna see some nipples. All right, you're gonna see some nipples on Spanish TV.
Sweet.
That's just what it was.
It used
was
to be
awesome.
that way. It's not like that now.
Yeah,
But now they've cleaned up for sure.
If it was reality type stuff, man, I was all in on it. Like in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think we talked about this again off air, like Real World, Road Rules, all that kind of stuff. Man, I was locked into that kind of stuff. Like I love that shit. I don't know what it was, the drama of it, it just looked fun. It looked entertaining. It was funny to watch the like alliances build up and the fights and the drama and I don't know. That was good trash TV. And then now, man, Live PD. I watch Live PD religiously. I love Live PD. It is the best thing out there. Watching, just especially the Oklahoma.
I love Live PD.
Like the rednecks.
But here's the deal about Live PD. And the thing is, Live PD now has to be one of those shows that I need to be in the mood to watch just because of the way that it turned out to be. It got so produced. So the first and second season.
Well, there's like 10 different variations of it now, too.
Well, like now there's like, yeah, exactly. There's so many spinoffs and shit. But the first and second season of fucking Live PD was so raw and uncut. It was my favorite thing. I had discovered it on YouTube, not even on A&E. People were putting the full episodes on YouTube back in 2017 when it first started. So I remember watching this shit and being so excited about it because even when no action was happening, they were still leaving the cameras there because they only had like 5-6 departments still. So now it's like, what is it, fucking 12 departments and fucking... And it's like they're constantly cutting to action. It just feels so produced, and they definitely found a way to make it a TV show, right? And they got a lot of sponsors to have more ad time. It's popular, it's huge, and I love the success. I just think it took away from the raw and uncut that we got in season 1. Dude, try to find those episodes. You're going to love just waiting to see what happens, the suspense.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we're gonna cut to know when we know something is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like definitely very produced and like it feels
and exactly. And he drives me crazy. I can't stand Dan Abrams, like that fucking stooge. Like I can't stand him at all. Like I could definitely do without him. Like Styx is cool and Tom, whatever, he's...
Dude,
whatever.
You know how commercialized this shit got? Styx was at the Grammys, bro.
Yeah.
Styx was at the motherfucking Grammys, apparently dating Lana Del Rey.
Really?
Yes.
That's an interesting
That was,
one.
yeah, dude, I was like,
Good
what?
for you.
fuck just happened?
you.
This guy was a fucking
Look at
cop.
you go. Look at you go. Get you some of that, Sticks. Okay.
Right? I'm not mad at
trash TV is good. Like, I don't know. There's nothing like pouring up a cocktail and sitting back and watching some good trash TV. It's good for some laughs.
It's fantastic. No, trash TV is good if you have some time. I'm such a YouTube guy now, though, so I'm just constantly watching
there's good trash on YouTube
clips or like
also. Like,
MASH videos, you know, about.
Can find some
like, I just
trash on
learned some
YouTube.
shit about fucking Chick-fil-A. I didn't know Chick-fil-A was open for 55 years. I thought it was a recent restaurant. Like, I thought this shit was in the last, like, at least 30.
Nah, it's been around for a minute.
I didn't know it was
Like
around
I said,
for
we had it
55
here in the
fucking years.
Northwest. We had it here in the Northwest, like back in the 80s. Like I remember going to our mall, and it was like in our food court, it was the spot to go. Like it was there was lines, and then for whatever reason, they took all the Chick-fil-A's out of the Northwest, and then they just recently brought it back in the last like 5 or 6 years. But it's been around for a minute. Yeah. And it's still so good.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah, no, and they talked about the practices of how to start up the franchise. It only costs $10,000 for the friend. They'll help you with everything.
It only
I'm saying
costs
only right now.
$10,000 to get the
Yeah, I know.
name, but then you got another like $250,000 to get your spot. And
well, the thing is,
everything else.
that's what the thing is. They help with that stuff. That's their whole thing. But you have to like attend their meetings, and then you have to like pay for the motion and everything. You got to do everything else, but except for like, but they provide the equipment. They even help you look for the spot. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the reason why they cost so much in general to run is because they make about $2 million a store a year.
no, it's got to be more than that. $2 million a year? That seems low.
Or no. Is it per? Is it no? It's per store. No.
Oh, per store. Okay. I mean,
Per
I guess
store.
per store. That
would be
$2 million a year. I don't know. That maybe seems
with the way that
because it's so popular.
I know it probably seems so low, but I can't
guess $2
imagine
million is a lot
that
of money,
meat
though.
is cheap. Right?
It's
like if
chicken.
you think
Chicken's
about how
not
much you
cheap.
have to.
in general. Like, how real?
But that's
is
what I'm
that?
saying.
Well, I don't know.
No, the Chick-fil-A chicken is real, bro. That's real chicken titty,
I
bro.
mean, it's definitely.
That's not like a McChicken
no
breast, bro.
McChicken. Yeah. It's not that
It's
pressed
only
meat.
one step removed. Fuck that bullshit. If it ain't got a bone, it ain't real.
Hold on. We're not talking to the guy who doesn't like boneless chicken. We get you don't like boneless fucking chicken titties.
844-997-0775 if you want to join in on any of these conversations. Hashtag comfortably poor.
Hashtag happy birthday
Hit us up.
label.
Yo, thank you, homie.
Since we're on this talk of restaurant, if you can open up any sort of any franchise,
Ooh, this is a
you can
good
open
idea. This is a
up
good
any
question.
franchise, what franchise would you open up?
Oh,
Or just,
I'm glad you
I don't
asked me
even
this.
know what. It maybe doesn't even have to be a franchise, but maybe you just know a dope restaurant that you go to. That's a
Nah.
mom and pop.
Does it have to be? I
You
was
want
gonna
a
say, does it have to be a
franchise?
restaurant or can it be? Okay.
If you're gonna open up any kind of franchise, sure, we'll just go anything. You're
All
gonna
right,
open
you
up any
ready?
kind of
Okay.
franchise business. What is it gonna be?
Franchise I'm opening up is Best Buy.
A Best Buy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna open myself a Best Buy.
You want to? Okay. Wait. Okay.
I always
thought we were gonna
dude,
stick to
I know
food.
this is
Okay.
gonna sound crazy. I always wanted to own my own Best Buy. Like I used to go in there and look at all those computers and all those screens and all those windows. I'm like, dude, I would love to have one of these.
You know, it'd be dope if Best Buy did what Target did, and they sold like ices and nachos and popcorn and shit.
Yeah, dude, my
Like-
Best Buy would have that. My Best Buy would have ices and not. I'd have a McDonald's in there and shit. They'd have to pay me to
This
fucking
guy's-
have a
I'm
McDonald's.
gonna have. It's just gonna sell triple cheeseburgers, right?
My Best Buy is gonna be great.
Yeah.
My Best Buy would be pimp.
I mean, if I was gonna open up anything, if it's not gonna be fast food, Mine is definitely gonna be a sports bar. I'm having a
sports
sports bar, like mad big screens. I'm gonna have video games set
Yep,
up.
I was
and
gonna
hold,
say
like,
all the-
contests.
Yep.
Like video games going on in a room. I'm gonna have old school pinball, arcade games. Like I thought about this one a lot. Like dope drink, like a drink menu, food. Like do a lot of like finger foods too, and just dope burgers, sandwiches. Yeah, sports bar is the way to go for me. 100%.
If you were gonna open a just a regular spot, just a spot in general,
Just a regular
Yeah.
restaurant?
without
Or
franchising.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
I
that
mean,
makes
that's
sense.
what
That
mine
makes
would be,
sense.
yeah. If I'm gonna have a franchise,
Okay, but what
I'm
if you're gonna have a
Let me
franchise?
get one
yeah.
of them like KFC, A&W combo things, or like a Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. Like, give me one of them spots. Like, that's what I want. Where I get like
don't know.
2 in 1. Like the KFC
Nah,
A&W.
nigga.
We used to have a KFC A&W out here. Oh,
Yeah.
genius. Chicken and mini corn dogs.
Nah.
I'm all in.
It's over, bro. I'm bringing Checkers, Rallies, the shittiest food. I'm bringing Checkers to wherever I'm at, nigga. Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing the best fries from Patterson, New Jersey, over to wherever I'm at, and y'all niggas about to eat the greasiest
We
shit.
had Checkers and
but love
Rallies
it.
in Little Rock, and I got like these chili cheese fries or something. They weren't all that great. I was kind of disappointed. It
No,
was
the
also
chili
like 3 in
cheese
the
sucks.
morning.
Why? I don't know why you would get chili cheese from a fucking fast
Because
food
I was
spot.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was drunk off my ass.
'Cause
Me and a
you
couple
were
buddies
stupid,
took
yeah.
a cab
So-
there, and we got
No, I get
a
it.
bunch of food.
So listen, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You only get those fries fresh. You ask for them fresh too. You tell them niggas, I want those fries fresh out the fryer. You understand me? They have some fucking actually really good wings. And I'm telling you right now, that's about it. That's all you really want from there. Their burgers suck, asshole. But they have some of the best fries, and it's just a staple in my city, and I want people to have that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
'Cause
I'm gonna have like,
there's not very many in that area.
bro. I'm gonna have a Pizza Hut. I think, dude, because like with it's really hard to. You know what? No. Franchise. I'm glad I'm talking.
No.
When I talk out loud, it makes sense. I know what I'm having. I'm having a Red Lobster. I think that
See,
would be the ticket.
I don't know if I would large sit down restaurant. You know what I would actually do? What I just thought about it. Easy
hate-
money. It's cheap. Papa Murphy's. People eat shit
Murphy's.
pizza
Oh,
all the
Papa
time.
Murphy's is so good. Love Papa Murphy's.
But let me tell you something.
If I did pizza, I'd do Pizza Hut.
You know
like
how
I was
cheap it
originally
is to
gonna
just
say.
like
Red
roll out
Lobster.
the dough? You don't even have to fucking spend time cooking it. And you just
I
can
spent a
fucking
summer working at a
roll
Papa
out the
Murphy's
dough.
back in high school. It was the best job ever.
No shit.
Yeah. I love working
Dude,
at
and you
Papa
just
Murphy's.
prepare pizzas. You don't got to do any
Yeah.
heat up work
Yep.
or any bullshit like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of dishes.
And
you gotta do a
Papa
lot, there's a lot
Murphy's
of
is
dishes
right
at
up
the end
there
of the
with
day,
Little
but-
Caesars, isn't it?
But no.
No?
But I'll tell you this.
I've never even seen a.
It's so cheap.
Real quick,
like,
shout out to all the
those
people in
ingredients.
YouTube. I just checked the YouTube. Big shout out to all the people in YouTube. Lots of comments going in the YouTube, so thank you. Make sure to share
Yeah,
that
no, I've
YouTube
been trying. I want comments, but I don't want to interrupt
Yeah,
the
no,
flow
it's
of the
all good.
conversation.
I just wanted
so
to make sure we see you. We see you. Thank you.
I'm not trying to ignore you guys. James, shout out to you. I know my buddy Leon is listening. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to, everybody on Twitter who's been checking us out too and retweeting us. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Annabelle
Yeah,
is
Papa
listening
Murphy's is good.
as well. But Papa Murphy's, to think about the how cheap those ingredients are, right? You can just buy all that shit, just spread it on, and that shit, send it out. You don't got to fucking worry about shit arriving to people cold. You know what I'm saying? And you just...
And you know what?
it's
What
so
we do
easy.
here is we buy, like, because they send out some pretty good coupons every now and then. We'll buy, like, 3 or 4 pizzas, and they actually freeze really well. So you can throw them in your freezer, and then you pull them out, like, an hour before you want to make it, and boom, you got pizza. So instead of going and buying like a frozen box pizza, go get you like a fresh pizza for like $10, $12 from Papa Murphy's, and just throw that shit in your freezer and good to go. Boom. It's delicious. Papa Murphy's is bomb. Now I want some goddamn Papa Murphy's.
Fascinating.
Yeah. 844-997-0775. Hashtag comfortably poor. Lines are open. Twitter's always open. Hit us with your questions, comments, anything like that. We're open books. We want to solve your problems. Talk to us, people. Let's go.
What else you got?
I wanted to play this video for you. Let me get it pulled up here.
Whoa.
And let's get your guys' thoughts on this little girl here.
Is this more ratchet shit? Are you about to play some ratchet ass shit?
No. So we've shared our thoughts about kids today. The kids today versus how we grew up. And there's definitely an age gap between the three of us. But we are all kind of on the same page a little bit about some of the kids today. And just being kind of soft. Being bitches. Like, in a roundabout way. So, this little girl here, though, I don't know. Let me just play this and we'll see what you guys think about it. Because she drove me crazy. And
that's why I like a big oompa loompa looking tail. Never give me what I want. Shoot. I don't want them ugly old shoes. Every shoe I picked up, she wanted to hate on him. That's what she was doing. He got this much white in there. No, it don't. And you don't even see that much white. You just want to say something. Being cheap. And it's all $100. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Don't nobody want New Balance. We don't like the same shoes as you. Can't be mad because of my style and stuff that I like. Being cheap, knowing that she got money. Hate when people do stuff like that. Let me sitting over here. You ain't got no shoes. I'm not going nowhere with them no more. She don't need to claim me as her child no more. Because she just always being foul. And then she gonna lock me up in here. Just because I asked the door to be. Just because I wanted to stay in the car. She gonna lock me. Ooh. And that's why I don't like having a fat mama. Because once your mama be fat, look what happened. She lock you in the car.
She locks you in.
Wait.
so this is obviously a little girl. Wanted to go shoe shopping with her mom. Picked out some shoes. Her mom said, no. You're going to get these New Balance because these New Balances are $20. We all know New Balances aren't all that expensive, so she threw a little fit about it. Where you guys at with this?
This is she hasn't gotten smacked around. She hasn't gotten smacked around a little bit.
Are you Gen Z bullshit.
She hasn't gotten smacked around a little bit. That's all.
You have to be kidding me.
No big
dad
deal.
must not be in
She
jail.
hasn't gotten smacked around. And I'll tell you something. Yeah, there's a lot of men coming in and out of her life. Her mom.
I'm gonna need a lot of explanation for all of this.
Okay. Drop it. Drop some knowledge.
No. I'm asking you guys. Like, you're gonna have to help me out with. Like, how do you draw any conclusions from a childish rant from a child inside of a locked car?
Draw what
I mean, we're just talking
conclusions?
about the principle. We're just talking about the principle of kids being brats
You don't
and
think
wanting
she's being kind of a brat right there?
Yes, I think
more
she's being a
expensive
brat.
shoes
No.
than
Yes, she is absolutely
the
being a
shitty,
brat.
ugly shoes.
So what? But my point is, so what? She's being a brat. So what? How is that remarkable?
We're talking about how she like. Have you?
These kids.
So you're
don't
okay
understand.
with this?
She's like
Is what you're
my
saying?
mom got money. Like your mom probably works her ass off for that money, and you want her to buy you $100 pair, probably
Bro,
$100 pair of Nikes versus a $35 pair of New Balances.
My whole thing is this: this chick, this is a spoiled child, a spoiled kid.
That's the point.
So right, that's the point. But here's the thing: is that the kid's fault or is that her mom's fault?
I was trying to say that though.
No, I don't think she
I was trying to say
is
that is-
necessarily
But I don't- but-
spoiled. I think
but
she
here's the-
wants to be spoiled, and her mom tells her no, and then she goes and throws fits like this.
But that's normal. Like if I
No.
okay, look. No, look.
If I had a child, and this is why
Not
this
like
is why I
that,
definitely
dog.
should not be a
See,
parent.
my
This is
mom
why I
would have
should not
fucking.
be a
It would have been
Hang on.
totally different.
No. Here's the
because
thing.
and then she goes and talks about her fat mom. Well, guess
Her
what?
fat
You're
mom,
looking at a
sure.
future image of yourself, girl.
Listen.
You're looking at a future image of yourself. You got
Listen.
the same DNA, same genes.
Listen, right?
Eat that hot dog. Eat that other corn dog.
That is
Fat
genetic
ass.
fallacy. No, that was funny as fuck though. I'm not gonna lie. When she said fat ass. No. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be. I'm sorry. But here's the thing, right? I can't tell you, like, kids, when their parents are not around, kids go on rants. Kids go off. They cuss things out. They swear at the walls. They say things they don't mean. They rant. They are expelling anger. Like, they're releasing fury. That's essentially what we just heard. I don't think that was anything necessarily remarkable. I think her mom might need to cut back on the things that she's used to. If Adam's right, and this is just par for the course, well then just let her have her fucking tantrum. At least she had the good sense not to throw it in front of her probably black mother, because she would have got her shit beat. Now, I don't necessarily know, how often she throws these sorts of tantrums, but I definitely do know that kids do these things when they are denied things they want. Do they always do it? No. And, the more used to being denied, I'd say the less she would do this. But either way, she definitely was upset about something. And I've heard my
She
daughter...
was upset about getting some New Balance. At least she has some
Yeah,
shoes.
exactly. At least she gets
Exactly.
You little piece of shit.
Exactly. At least she gets shoes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where we are.
You fucking
ungrateful
asshole.
little spoiled brat. That's
And
what
in
it
the
comes down to. Ungrateful brat.
In the 60s, they were complaining about other things. Yes, that's where she
But
is.
you're
She's bitching
ungrateful.
about shoes.
She's
They're-
not
Kids
working.
are always
She's not-
ungrateful.
Yeah.
This is the
Well,
United
they shouldn't
States of
be.
America. Bro.
And this is why I preface this with
I agree. Kids
we
shouldn't
kind
be
of
ungrateful.
grew up different. No, I was grateful for every goddamn down to the one square toilet paper I had, the one ply, everything. Like, fuck all that.
One. It was no.
I
it
wore
was
Pro
fucking
Wings.
no.
Fucking Pro Wings was the
yeah.
garbage fucking
So,
can of shoes.
The way
in
I
my
would
day.
say this is that gratefulness is going to be proportional to the poverty that you're in. She's not in a lot of poverty, and her mom gives her a certain amount
That we
of
know
shit
of.
that she. Well, listen, if she just like you said, if she's got the time and the gall to complain about New Balance shoes when she's not considering the fact that she could be shoeless, then she's obviously in some sort of a situation where she can, you know what I mean, afford to bitch about kicks, at least the type of kicks. She wanted something that she obviously didn't get. So I would definitely forward the idea that, she's spoiled to a certain degree, at least. But I don't think that's. But I don't think that's anything necessarily remarkable.
Let me be her parent and find this video online. Yo, I would beat that ass so bad, dog. With the shoe.
Maybe that's. Hey, hang on.
With the shoes.
Arguably, that's what she needs. Arguably, maybe she needs some sort of a
fucking
reprimand.
God, kids drive me nuts. Like these
I
types of,
question-
it
I
really is
question her
parenting. It really is.
intelligence,
It's parenting, dude. It really is parenting.
I agree.
It all says
agree.
everything
That's what I'm
about how
saying.
your kid turns out, and it's the saddest thing
Excuse me.
that this is what that fucking fat ass has produced. Thank you. Thank you for putting another fucking problematic piece of shit in the world. who has access to technology.
Tell us how you really feel, Dan. Tell us how you really feel. Let us hear.
I don't know, dude. I don't think this is too remarkable, honestly. But I think it is remarkably stupid that she'd put it online, possibly for her mother to find. I don't know if she has been watching World Star. There's been quite a few parents who beat the shit out of their children online to prove a point. Her mom might be one of those types of
Get
people.
that ass. Get that ass.
yeah. Her mom might be one of those.
Get that ass, boy.
I don't know. Then I guess I don't know. The argument swings.
Do
in
the
both
syllable.
directions,
Get up
but
in that
she
ass with the
definitely shouldn't
syllables.
if she's going to rant like this, she should just do it completely in private. I get, mom wasn't around, but if you need to have an explosion, have one, completely away from all ears. You just put it on for the ears of millions of people, and shit, But it happens.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
This got too soft.
I would be raising my kids differently. My kids would be raised differently. They wouldn't. Making this video wouldn't even be a goddamn thought if I had kids and raised
Facts,
them
bro.
the right way. Like
I'm
my kid
breaking
wouldn't
your
even
camera lens.
Think to make this kind of video.
Your phone,
There's
you're
no
getting
way.
a phone
No
with
way.
a broken camera lens, purposefully, so you don't have to fucking
Yeah.
make videos and
Facts.
shit. We're gonna start with that.
Hey, listen, as it stands now, I've got remote control, or actually, technically, I don't actually have that one, but the mother of my daughter has remote control of her camera and the tablet she's got. So, I don't.
I'm
can't
smashing the camera.
or
You don't need a
perceive
camera.
how that would even happen.
You're gonna
Especially
get
with how
fucking,
smart kids are
you're gonna
going
get the
today,
grandma and
they'll
grandpa
fucking
phone that only
and
has,
then they can
4
look how to
buttons.
bypass the shit. Nah,
Yeah.
dude, kids are getting so
there's
smart.
no bypassing what you can't find.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This isn't.
You don't think a hacker could hack through some shit like that at some point? Not
think
saying a hacker would your shit. I'm just saying.
I think hackers can hack through anything if given the right
Exactly.
Can.
And that's what I'm saying.
I mean, we see it happening
You know what I'm saying? In
firsthand.
the event that your kid not your kid specifically, but in the event that your
No,
kid
you're talking in the third person.
turns into a hacking genius, you know what I'm saying? There's always a possibility of them being able to
yeah,
disable
but-
that shit.
Some of the best
There's always
hackers
a
are only
possibility.
18, 19 years old right now.
I agree. I totally
because they've
agree. But
grown
at
up
least
in
if they're 18 and
technology
19, they're
era.
legal.
No,
The
I get it,
super
but I'm just
super
saying,
genius
dude,
hackers
hackers
younger
he's
and
talking
younger.
about, I'm not stressing so much. Now, if I've got a
Right.
child savant, then there's nothing I can do about it anyway.
Remember the I don't know if we can keep this, if we had to keep this off the record, but there was we spoke to somebody for an interview who told us a story about a blind hacker
Oh, Bank
Yeah.
Robbins.
that he knew of.
Bank
Yeah.
Robbins. He
I
was
wasn't
doing
sure
the
if we can keep
cell
that off
phone
record
hack.
or whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
I know-
but
I
this
know
guy
who-
was
I know
actually
who- Matthew Weedman's who he's talking about. He had an alias name.
Yeah,
hacker.
the kid in New York or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
he was around
Yeah,
during the
wasn't
phone
he-
freak
Yeah,
days. Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing some sort of scam with cell phones or something and getting money. Was he getting
Well,
money?
he was
Or-
doing a lot of
Yeah,
things.
it was credit card
swatting.
fraud. He was doing a lot of credit
he was
card fraud.
phone freaking. He was doing credit cards. He was having people's phones shut off. He would have people's electricity shut on and off. It was a whole thing. But my whole thing is this: when it comes to hackers and children, whether they become a hacker or hackers hack into their stuff, the only thing that you can do is protect as much as you can. I mean, like you protect. I mean, you put the things in place to make sure that they go through you before anything happens. And it's a bitch because they're always going to be coming to you. Dad, can you remove the thing so I can get on YouTube and take a look at whatever the fuck I'm trying to look at? Yes, I can remove it.
You can tell Brando's daughter's Australian. He went straight to the accent. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Since we're
It's
talking
so
about
cute, too.
kids, when and you two are parents, and I know your kids are a little bit younger. Brando, yours is in that age where kind of interacting with them is entertaining and stuff. You guys played a prank on your kids at all? Like trying to be funny with them? Like, again, I know yours is still little young, Dan, but Brando, what about you? Ever done anything to try and trick them?
Just fucking around with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, running from one side of the house to another behind two closed doors, hitting on the other, making her wait there, and then sneaking up behind her and just like fucking throwing stuff. I don't know.
Well, here's a video of a mother that thought she'd be slick with her children, and this is gold. And I'll explain a little bit of the video at the end here. So she's in her bathroom.
JC and Elijah, somebody please come here. I forgot the toilet paper. It's in the hallway. I don't know why I did that. Hurry!
I hated having to bring my mom toilet paper. Oh, that was the worst.
JC, please hand me that toilet paper.
It's so funny.
Elijah? No, just give me the roll, baby.
How is that poop?
Oh my God.
Is it poop?
I'm sorry, baby. Give me the toilet paper. Are you about to puke? Oh, don't puke. It's pudding. It's pudding. It's pudding. It's pudding. You puked on?
Her kids puked on each other. She put some pudding on the floor and all over the bathroom, trying to make them think that she shit all everywhere. Talk about something backfiring. Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
God. That was
I've
awesome.
never done anything like that. That shit's that's funny as fuck.
Oh my Lord, genius. Too
Look,
good.
my mom was notorious for playing pranks all the time. And it wasn't anything serious, but just something that would really, my brother and I talk about till this day. She would scream for us like we were in trouble. She'd be like, Daniel and David, come out here now! And we would go out there and be like, what the fuck just happened, right? She'd be like, how are you guys? How was your day?
Just
How you doing?
talking.
I was like, wait, you really fucked your throat to fucking to really say how are you guys?
We used to fuck with our friends.
Oh.
Like, as I've mentioned before, my house was the kicking house, and a lot of people would go upstairs to use the upstairs bathroom to take a shit. And when you got to the top of the stairs, to the left was the bedroom, and to the right was the bathroom, and in front of you was another bedroom. So the big thing that we used to, and it didn't, I don't know, you kind of didn't think about it because we'd space it out like long time in between every time we would do it. But there was about 3 or 4 of us that tended to do this to each other. But you'd go upstairs, you'd take a big shit, and you'd put something on the ground in front of the toilet. Maybe it's the roll of toilet paper. Maybe it's like a hairbrush. You put something down, and then you don't flush. So then the next person goes upstairs, and they look, and they're like, oh, what the hell? Or a lot of times it was always me because it was my house. So everybody leave or something, and I'd go upstairs, and I'd, for whatever reason, if something caught in the corner of my eye, I'd look, I'm like, oh, shit, there's a roll of toilet paper on the ground, or a hairbrush got knocked. So I'd go in there, bend over to reach down and pick up whatever it was, and just see a massive turd in the toilet. just staring me in the face. Like, what the fuck? Who did this? Somebody's got intestinal problems. God. Like, that was our go-to. We did that shit to each other all the time. And then I'd go to like, the homie's house and do that to him, like at his house. A couple times I got his mom too. Like we would leave together, and I would do it, thinking that he'd be the one to find it, and we'd end up leaving together. And his mom would come home and be like calling him on the phone, like, "What the fuck are you guys? Quit playing the toilet game. I'm sick and tired of coming home and seeing the toilet full of shit." Like, sorry. Didn't mean to. It always made for good conversations.
That is so good.
There were a group of people like in some of those technology blind camps that used to like to play little games where they had like the bathrooms, and they had there was a bedroom on either side of the bathroom, and sometimes they like to come into the bathroom like when someone was showering or going to the bathroom, trying to catch you unawares and maybe spray you in the face with water or fucking shaving cream. Really innocent
If
stuff.
someone
to be
sprayed me
honest
while I
with
was sitting on the toilet taking a shit, I'd be pissed.
Listen,
I'd be
let me
so
tell you
mad.
something, right? Well, I knew they did that. And I actually got in trouble. Well, I almost got in trouble, but I met a really cool person that got me out of trouble. But no, because I knew they did that. I seen it happen to a few people, and I knew that I was not about to deal with it. So I didn't go to the bathroom. I turned on the shower so they thought I was in the shower, and I flushed the toilet once so they thought I was flushing the toilet. As soon as they fucking came in, I fucking grabbed them, slammed the fucking door, and beat the shit out of their fucking asses over the goddamn counter on top of the fucking sink. I slapped the shit out of him. Like, I literally slapped the dude out of his shoe. And, like, then I threw him out on the other side of the room, like on the opposite side of the bathroom, and slammed the door again. But you can't lock those doors. That's the problem. You cannot lock the actual doors to where the sinks are. There's a sliding door to where the shower is that you can kind of like wedge shut, but outside of that, you can't really lock those doors. But I had a good idea that no one was probably going to be coming in. The next person that would come in would probably be someone of authority. But I actually got in and took my little shower real quick, disinfected, got in, disinfected, rinsed, got out, toweled off, and I'm in the shower when this fucking dude goes in. Like, it's actually, I didn't know this at the time, but it was actually the security guard. I fucked him up to the point where they thought they needed to send a security guard, and I'm fucking like, I'm thinking I'm in huge shit. This is an unfamiliar voice.
Shit.
I'm in a fucking towel. Yeah, holy fucking shit, dude. This fucking guy was, I thought I was in some shit. I got dressed. He's like, get your shit together. Pack your backpack. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm being sent home.
Fuck.
God damn. Pack my backpack. God damn. I was like, pack my backpack. All right, cool. So I'm fucking getting dressed. I'm packing my backpack. I'm fucking trembling and shit. I'm like, God damn it. I can't believe I'm fucking getting in trouble for this shit. And then, like, this other dude comes in, like, John. He's like, yeah. He's like, John, I'll handle it from here. Just don't. This other dude comes in with a clipboard, and he's just chewing gum like one of those fucking extras on the porn sets. And he's just like, he's just like Collins. He's just like Collins. He's like Collins. What happened? And I was like, I told him exactly what I just told you guys. And he's like, yo, it's all good. Listen. I understand, so-and-so, but you can't do so-and-so, the whole thing, like, it's like he has to give me this speech, but he doesn't really want to. And then, like, he goes through and he's like, yeah, you're going to have to sit out so-and-so, but at the end of the day, it'll be good, and no one's going to report anything. And I'm like, dude, this seems too good to be true. And I'm like, what the fuck is the catch? Like, there has to be some sort of catch. Like, how am I not getting in trouble? He's like, no, this happens. But the catch is this: you have to tell me one thing. And I'm like, what's that? He was like, what the fuck was it like to, like, be like, where did you learn and all this other shit? And I'm like, that's the only thing you want to know. And that's how I became friends with that guy. And I started going to school there a few years later.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah. Let's go to the phone lines. We got somebody that wants to share a shit story.
What? Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
You're live. Go.
Hello, hello.
How goes it?
Hi.
Holler.
First, I want to say happy birthday to Danny again.
Thank you very much. I
Of
appreciate
course.
that.
I hope your birthday was good.
It was. I had a really good
So
time.
I come to share a story with you guys about actually my brothers. This wasn't me, because I don't have the balls to do that. So this is about 9 years ago, and we were all living in a house, and we were on the edge of being evicted. So they decided that they were all going to take turns in the bathroom taking a shit and didn't bother to flush it. And so they literally left the presents for the landlord whenever they came through.
That is awesome. I love it.
That shit was priceless and amazing.
That is.
Those are the moments.
and there
those
was.
are the moments too when you do the upper decker and you shit in the toilet tank.
Oh, and shit in the tank. And shit in the tank, bro.
No, it wasn't the tank. It wasn't the tank. It was the bowl.
No, I know it was the bowl, but the upper deckers are always the funniest shit in the world, dude. And the fact that those have a name is hilarious.
When you pop the lid off a tank and see like shit in the fucking tank, bro, you're ready to grab a gun and shoot someone. Like seriously, you don't know who did it, but you're ready to. And I'm telling you, bro, like I always going to a blind school. Like, you learn very quickly, like, people do shit like that, and there's certain people you do that shit to and certain people you don't. I had to make it very clear that if you prank me, I'm going to hurt you. Like, God, I fucking hated that shit, dude. And people would do that shit, dude. They would shit in your pillowcase, shit in your
Jesus.
shit in your tank.
Who's shitting in your pillowcase? Like, who did
No
Wait,
one
no.
No one shitted in my pillowcase. Nobody shitted in my pillowcase. That's what I'm telling you. I made very fucking certain of that shit very early on. Now, I'm not saying I didn't get pranked. I did get pranked. Two of my own friends actually came in my room and poured water on me and my other friend. So, like poured just straight, like 2 liters of water. Like in our bed, while like I don't know, it was a real fucked up thing. No, I mean there've been tons of incidents like leaving shit outside of people's doors where you step on it and you fucking slide across the fucking entire living room and shit. I don't know, but all types of weird shit happened. But I a lot of that other crazy shit with like people shitting in your toilet tank and all that shit. I put it into that early on, bro. Because that is some real shit.
Nobody. I didn't hang out with white boys all the time. And Spanish niggas don't do that kind of shit.
Now we're making it a racist thing. Now we're making it a
Well,
racist
it is.
thing.
No, he's right.
It is,
No, he's right, bro. You're not seeing a bunch
That's
of
some
fucking
white boy
Mexicans,
shit.
Puerto
Wait,
Ricans,
pranks?
Dominicans
Pranking?
doing that shit.
No,
Like
that
pranking each
deal
other?
with like shit.
Like
pranking with
weird
shit.
shit,
They
like
prank.
shit in toilets.
For sure.
Shitting in a toilet tank, bro?
And
That is
pissing in your
100%
cup.
I did not
and
hear
hoping
about that
you
until-
drink it.
A white boy put me on that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that from a
The
Spanish
upper decker?
nigga.
The upper decker?
Yeah, an upper decker.
Yeah.
That's some white boy shit, bro.
100%.
And don't get me wrong, I love my white
100%.
boys. I love my white boys. I listen to rock music. I fuck white girls. I love white shit. I'm all about the white people and the white race. I'm just saying, bro, that's some white shit. And I love white boy comedy. I listen to Opie and Anthony for fuck's sake. Listen,
It's awesome.
to keep that shit trend going, and you can stay here real quick, Shay, while I tell the story. There still is. He's the security guard of Charlemagne the God. His name is Wax. He's this 6 foot something tall black dude. Well, back in the day, when he used to get pissed off, he used to prank people with like putting shit in some of their fucking places, in some really fucked up spots. Well, his boss was trying to fire him and was trying to start some shit. So he was like, fuck it. I'm gonna quit. And before he quit, everybody used to hang up their coats in this coat room. Everybody used to hang up their jackets in this coat room. Tell me why my man took a shit and put that shit in the pocket of my man's coat. Yo,
In his coat? In the coat.
in the jacket pocket, bro. In the jacket pocket, bro. So when he goes to dig in there to put his keys in his pocket,
Yo, that's
nah, he
good-
just took a little
good
bit of.
aim.
Wait. Did he,
He
put
just
his
took a little bit of
asshole
shit in a bag and then just dumped it in the shit in the
I'm just trying to
pocket.
see if he put his asshole in the pocket and was like,
You know how
it's
great that
fucking-
would have been, though.
yeah, what if he did? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if he did? That'd be some fucked up shit. I took a shit in the coat pocket.
Oh, my man really put some shit in his boss's coat pocket, dog. Oh, that's the best.
That is awesome. Shit. Pranks are fun. I don't know. It's
It
think
not
because
done to me.
everybody
They've never
panics
been
about
done
it.
to me. Thank
Everybody
God, because I
panics
would
about
kill
it.
motherfucker, yo.
yeah.
I would kill somebody.
Yeah, you do that to the wrong
Mark
person.
my
it's gonna be a problem.
motherfucking words.
It's gonna be a problem. You go get somebody.
How far though? Like what is the limit? Like when does
Bruh, you're not shitting in the
Is
toilet tank
any-
of my fucking in my
is
house,
that is that the line? Or what if
The
I take
line
a shit
where
in
I
The
toilet
line-
and
the line-
Hang on. My question is, which
Go ahead.
line are we talking about? Like, when you say line, which
then
line?
you gotta
do
beat
you
my
mean?
ass.
Oh, that I have to beat you, not kill you, but just to beat your ass.
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
far? Where do you
Yeah.
cut off the shit?
I
jokes?
say if you
Shit jokes
shit
get
in,
cut off where?
if you shit in my fucking toilet tank, right, or anywhere in my
Still a
kitchen,
good-
my toilet
solid.
tank, in my kitchen.
I just
you know
don't
what I
do
mean?
well with shit.
Like
That
the
shit is not funny to me. That shit is annoying to deal with,
Bro, you
especially
don't
when I
take a
have to
shit
touch
in a
somebody
place where
else's
we
shit.
have to cook, and especially for
No,
the whole
it's
house?
anything with shit on me or physically that, like, if we talked about it before in an episode. If shit is all over my bathroom, I never want to speak to you again. If you cannot have control of your fucking explosive fucking shit, please do never speak to me again. I'm deleting your number as
I'm
soon
more
as
tolerant. I'm more tolerant. I'm just saying, if I
No,
have to,
no, bro.
Because here's the thing, right? This is why I have a problem with someone shitting in
No.
the tank of their toilet. If you take a shit in the tank of of my toilet, I have to reach in there and touch your shit. I have to pick it up and move it or some shit like. That puts me in contact with your garbage, and I shouldn't have to be in contact with your garbage, right? The kitchen, it's a sanitary thing. Like if someone does a prank like a shit joke or some stupid thing like in the garage or like even like I don't know, even in the
whoa,
I don't know the Jerusalem, like I don't know somewhere else, but not like somewhere where I'm going to have to. Like come up close and personal, because all those other things I can use like tools or something, a shovel, some barrier between.
I'm not shoveling your shit because you wanted to think it's funny. Now we all ha we laughed for 30 seconds. Now I have to clean up your shit.
Well, I actually might be cussing you out for half an hour.
Nah, bro, no.
See, I've graduated from hurting people to swearing at them. I didn't used to be like this when I was younger.
bro.
I've matured greatly. But my man said he'll never speak to you again. You know.
Nah, bro. Nah, if you don't have
He
that
will
much control of your
never
asshole, you don't have
speak to
control of your fucking friendships. You don't have control of your partnerships. All right? You and your asshole are not one.
That is hilarious.
Listen, I don't know if Shay's still on the phone, but if you are, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
844-997-0775. Maybe you got a shit story, coronavirus. We talked about hospitals,
Coronavirus and
franchises, whatever you want.
Spoiled kids.
Get at. hit us.
What
Phone lines are open.
Spoiled
We're gonna hang around
brats.
still for
What franchise
probably
would you
15 or
open?
20
What
minutes.
franchise would you open? What kind of a doctor would you like to be, or would you not like to
All
be?
that. Are you guys snorers? Are you guys significant others? Did they tell you if you're a snorer? Are you a snorer?
I do some
I'm
legitimate.
only a snorer on my
What-
back.
Wait.
When I'm a good whore.
Brando said, I do some legitimate snoring. What does
No,
that
because
mean?
like,
What is... They're snoring, and Brando said, I do legitimate snoring. Like, that's a whole nother level of snoring, I think.
no wait.
Like, I think Brando needs a CPAP. Like, what are we talking about here, dude?
No. What I mean is, like, I do like, because you know how like there's some people go, you know, it's like, kind of like heavy breathing. Then some people are far on
You're
the
a
other end of the
deep
spectrum,
snorer.
and they go,
But, well, that's going to be this individual.
you know, what
What
I'm saying?
would you
Like,
do if you had to sleep next to this guy? This guy is a whole nother level of snoring.
not even as bad as I've heard. I've heard worse. I've heard a lot worse.
Now it sounds like he's choking.
Oh my, yeah, he's sounds like he's dying. He needs apnea mask.
That is some, now that
He
is
sounds like an
legitimate
animal
snoring.
trying to breathe.
That is legitimate snoring.
He
Yes.
sounds like
That's
an
what I
animal
meant.
trying to breathe.
That is legitimate snoring. Right there. That's exactly what I meant.
It like changes up. It's like a remix.
It's like a fucking motorcycle.
That nigga is back spinning him. Yeah, no. That's the start of a fucking motorboat.
Okay, hold on. Let me just say something, right?
That's the propeller
that right
starting
there
up.
is what I meant by
That's
legitimate snoring. That's legitimate snoring.
Okay,
Now, here's the thing.
that's fair.
I actually don't do that, all things considered. Like, at best, I go, like, something like when I'm, but only when I'm tired. I have to be really tired to make, otherwise I don't make any noise. Like, I sleep like silent
Okay.
dead.
I'm a
But if
definite
I'm really
snorer,
tired, I get some snores in there.
but not
Hold on, I want to give a shout out real quick.
crazy, I guess.
We got a couple of viewers in the UK. Shout out to my man Flame and shout out to my man Scruff.
Yes. Was good.
These
UK
gentlemen
people?
have been incredible and really welcoming in their community to me, and they're checking out the podcast today for the first time. And Scruff
Appreciate you.
said, "Comfortably Poor." Also known as the Comfortably Poo podcast.
Yeah.
Comfortably Poo podcast.
Comfortably
Yeah.
poo.
We talk anything and everything. There's no holding back. of anything.
yeah. Well, I love how in the same episode about
topic
enemas,
off.
we're talking about shit pranks.
Touche.
It's just it's
Exactly.
funny how it just
Exactly.
turned right back into the
worst. Can you imagine?
love it.
Like, can you imagine like you set up like a bunch of cups for your party, like party plates, and then someone takes an enema and takes a shit in all your cups, and you come the next morning and find them?
What? No.
wait.
That's that white
How
boy
does your
shit.
brain work?
That's that white boy shit.
When you were sitting there as he was shouting out everybody, your brain was working. The gears were turning, and you were like, I'm about to say something to these guys, and it's going to really rattle them. I'm going to ask them, what do they think if somebody lined up some red Solo cups and shit in every single cup? So when they wake up the next morning, what is their thought? Like, what? What are you talking about? You're nuts. You're crazy, dude. You've lost your shit. Literally lost your shit. Like,
I love that I brought this man onto this fucking podcast so much.
I have to stop and legitimately wonder how the gears turn in your head sometimes. Like, yo, this dude spouts out some crazy shit sometimes. But we love you. Yeah. You're a significant piece to our puzzle. Like, shit. Jesus. We've said the word shit a lot in this podcast.
We've said a lot of shit this time.
Much. This has just been nuts. Oh. Whew. Crazy shit. Man. All right. I think we've talked about this in a podcast, and we talked about it. It will be in a future podcast coming out. So sports are canceled. Like, basically, sports are canceled. And March Madness was a big thing coming up, you know, the college basketball tournament. And it's always a big thing. Everyone wants to fill out their bracket, all that kind of good stuff. You know, you pick your teams, you know, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So now the things that people are doing right now is creating their own brackets. And I've just seen one that was kind of an interesting thing. I'm not going to click on theirs, but maybe we can kind of create our own. It's a fast food, fast casual restaurant bracket. So if you were going to create a bracket, like a tournament, bracket style tournament of fast food, have your number one seed, your last seed, whatever it might be. What's like a handful, I don't know, we'll just say like top 5. What's your bracket like for fast food or casual sit down restaurants? Like, you got a list
like
in front
family
of you
chains, or are we
from-
talking fast food?
It says,
It's particularly.
like, this one here was fast food / fast casual. So I don't know what you're calling fast casual.
What
like,
is fast
I kinda
casual?
Oh,
look
okay.
at
Fast
Red
casual
Robin
would
as
be
fast
like, I think, like a
casual.
chicken spot, like a Popeyes or a.
Yeah, I would
Really?
almost maybe
A
call
KFC.
like Red Robin kind of fast casual, but you know.
Okay, so
something in that
if that's
ballpark.
fast casual, then it would be like an Applebee's, Chili's, and
Yeah,
Fridays
yeah, I
would be
call those
involved there
fast
too,
casual.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
it-
for sure. Yep.
okay.
So like, what's your? Let's do like top 5. What's your top 5? 5 being least favorite, up to number 1 being
How come
your
the
go-to
waitresses at
spot.
Chili's always look really good? Sorry.
There's some stuff at
maybe.
Chili's
I'm
that is
gonna
good,
go
and it really.
I don't know. You got.
Like
I'm
my
not familiar with the West Coast. The
grandma.
West Coast might have some really busted ass Chili's waitresses. I'm not sure. Top 5 for me. I'm gonna just say a few right now and come up with some more later because I gotta try to remember.
And if anybody wants to chime in and share their top 5, phone lines are open 844-997-0775.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, Hooters,
good call.
Chili's.
Are these in order? This is
Nope,
5
these
to
are
1?
not. No, I'm not. I'm just kind of throwing them out there.
Okay, you're
I'll
just
organize it.
gonna
I'll try to figure out what they are even. Because fast
Okay.
casual is not. Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, Hooters, and Chili's definitely. I want to also say something you guys know. You know Fuddruckers, right? That's probably
Yeah.
up there with fast
Yeah.
casual.
We don't really have them out here on the West Coast anymore, though. But
Sad.
They kind of like slim down on their restaurants for sure, but
yeah,
Sad. And then lastly, I would say, oh man, fast casual. I don't think that's fast casual though. Damn. I don't know, bro. That's always the last one.
yeah. It's always the last
It's
one for
always-
sure.
The last one, man. Like, I don't fucking know.
all right. Let me hear yours, Adam, because I'm really interested.
Yeah,
Because I know there's gonna be some fast food ones that we agree with. Those were
Buffalo
fat
Wild Wings,
fucks.
number 5.
Wow,
Red
I'm shocked.
Robin, number 4. Wingstop, number 3. Burger King, number 2. Taco Bell, number 1.
All right,
Fucking
him
love
and
Taco
I-
Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Really?
him and I just pretty much tied up there because 2 and 1 are pretty much the same. But I will say we're gonna go Applebee's just because Applebee's to me is going to be such a fucking just a nostalgic place. I used to go there after my radio show. I used to do a excuse me. I used to do a radio show in 2012 and 13, and it was actually picking up traction, and I was doing pretty well with it. And after the show, we would always go to the Applebee's after that and just have half off fucking apps and fucking drinks. And it's just a nostalgic place for me. So Applebee's there. Four is gonna be Popeyes. 3 is gonna be Checkers. Definitely because of the fries. The wings are fantastic, and their spicy chicken sandwich is fucking delicious. 2 is Burger King, and 1 is Taco Bell. Trash food. Burger King has that fucking delicious ass flame broiled burger. Every time I get it, they have fresh fucking veggies on there.
You give me
It's fan fucking
a fat ass bag of Taco Bell and some Netflix, I am good for the next like 5 hours.
Do either of you guys know Wing Zone?
Wing Zone?
But
Nah,
you know
I
what?
haven't heard of that one.
Wingstop, but I gotta throw definitely Wingstop up there at some point, and it could definitely switch out just because I love such a limited amount of stuff at Checkers. I really don't want to count it, but like I said, it's more so nostalgic and I hold it close to me. But if I was gonna replace one, it would definitely be that with Wingstop, because I'm gonna tell you, I just gained the love for Wingstop. I just had Wingstop this past summer for the first time. And they beat out Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is trash.
I'm not gonna say it's
sorry,
trash.
and I feel like the only reason they stay alive
It is overpriced.
is because they have a bar, because they have a full fucking bar.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
I mean, I definitely like
love
their wings,
Buffalo
and I like
Wild
some of their
Wings.
sauces. But it's
their sauces.
you get like
yeah.
9 wings for like $18 or something, or $17. Like, come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's such an overpriced.
It's overpriced.
Fucking.
It
I
is.
can get like a
It is
12-piece at Wingstop for like $10. So
I'm telling you.
I
telling you.
don't like Wingstop, but I do like Wing Zone. So
Really?
I like Wing Zone. But the thing is about Wing Zone is there's more stuff. The Wing Zone's menu is ridiculous. They've got chicken, they've got pizza, they've got shrimp. They've got all types of shit at Wing Zone.
nah,
Wingstop
see,
is terrible.
if you're gonna call your place Wing Zone, focus on wings. Like, it might
They
be
do
good
focus.
food
They
there.
do focus on
So-
wings. Their main
Like,
thing is
you're
wings.
going
I
too
wanna
much
bring that
putting
up.
shrimp and pizza and all this other stuff in there. Like,
They've
that's too
got
much.
that extra. I love that extra stuff. The fact that they
Yeah,
have that
yeah,
extra
yeah.
stuff
I
is
want.
what I like about it. But the focus.
I want to talk about that actually.
Let's go. Let's
People,
get into it.
I was just talking about, how wings are. Like, I can't imagine that a wing business that is not a part of a chain or a franchise is tough to manage, right? With how much business is going up with these chains and stuff like that. And I think the problem is once you start having so many things on your menu, you don't get to focus on the quality of the thing that you're supposed to be known for. So if I ever had a hand in doing something like with food, it would be specialized in something, and it would be just that. You'll have several options in how to get it. So let's say it's wings. You're going to have definitely several sauces, but at least if I just focus on wings, I get to have the best wings in town because that's just my main focus. I'm rubbing them up.
Yeah,
I'm
I agree.
seasoning them
I
up.
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys fuck with
And
those
that's
things?
what a lot of professional chefs say that about restaurants like the Cheesecake Factory and places like that, with having a fucking magazine of a menu.
Cheesecake Factory does okay with it though. Their food isn't too bad.
There's a reason. But hold on. Here's the thing, right? I agree with what you guys are saying. The artistic part of me agrees with what you're saying, like. And I even agreed to the whole concept. Like, when you have when you have more time to spend on one thing, you manage to perfect that one thing. The problem is with business, because when it comes to business, you need to fulfill a demand. And fulfilling that demand is what the Cheesecake Factory does. It's what KFC does. It's what Pizza Hut does. It's what all of these other places that have their specialty in their names do. They do specialize in that. But you have to understand that there's a lot of different people who would buy your stuff, more of your shit, if you had more of what they ate. Some people don't eat certain things for certain reasons. Whatever that reason might be, there is a demand there, and those people strive to fulfill it, and that's why they do well. I mean, I can have a specialty and have a side menu. I think it's absurd to think that you couldn't and still be very good at your job. Maybe you wouldn't be as perfect or as awesome as the person doing only that, but there's definitely two holes in this world that both of those people need to fulfill. And I would definitely, if I had a wing spot, like if out of those top, I would definitely have Wing Zone as my fifth one. And I don't know what order I'd put them in. But like I said, like Wing Zone, I like Wing Zone because, yes, I get my wings and I might want something else. You guys seen the way I eat. So I might get 20 wings and then a pizza. Or I might get 20 wings and then an order of whatever the fuck else they might have. Who knows. But I like that option. And that's what keeps me going.
Do you guys fuck with buffets?
Yeah. I
Look,
like
not
buffets.
really.
Specifically Asian buffets, believe it or not.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
love
so
a good
I'm afraid
Chinese,
of
all you
buffets.
Can eat Chinese.
Yeah, man.
You're afraid of buffets?
I'm
Not your-
scarred.
not your-
I'm
not your
scarred,
movie.
bro.
Share a story. Sounds like there's a story behind this.
It's a story. I was 9, 10. My dad took me to...
Oh, here we go. Okay, I knew it. There's a story.
No, it's not
That
anything
man's
crazy.
stupid
My
as hell.
my dad took me and my brother to a fucking all-you-can-eat. I remember getting fucking wings. And my brother,
This
my
dude's been
brother's
eating
7,
wings
8,
right out
maybe.
the womb.
This nigga's been eating
8,
wings
9.
since the fucking clit
Yeah, nigga.
was on his forehead.
But,
He suckled on a wing bone.
He was born with a golden fucking wingtip in his mouth. I'm gonna take a hit of this
oh, man.
But yeah,
But
So
I
what
was
happened at the buffet?
9, 10, 11 maybe.
Yeah.
But my brother was 8, 9 at that time, and I remember he looked over at the wing that I was eating after I took a bite, and he was like, "Stop eating that wing." And not even my
Oh,
dad
wait.
noticed, bro.
Don't-
My fucking
This is
younger
not gonna be
brother.
good. This is not going to be good.
And
Oh, no.
he looks at it to confirm, dude, there was just a glop of fucking blood just sitting on that
Oh.
meat. Just spread. Oh. Disgusting.
It was
Disgusting.
raw
and
still? It was
and it
raw?
grossed my brother out. It grossed my brother out. And the funniest thing is it didn't like taste raw. Like the first bite I had taken, but I think it was just the inner meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's my biggest fear sometimes going out to eat as a blind person now is getting something that's not cooked properly and not being able to notice it right away. Whereas, back in the day when I could see, if I got a piece of chicken from somewhere, as soon as you cut into that, I was always looking at it like, okay, this looks done, shit like that. But it's kind of tough these days. You just gotta trust it and go with it. Haven't gotten sick yet.
you gotta hope. Exactly.
Yeah,
You gotta hope. Yeah,
I'm
man. 'cause
doing
that's
okay
the thing,
so
bro.
far.
Like, I do wonder sometimes, and a lot of the time too. Like, sometimes I think I get paranoid because I remember one time, this was way back when my then girlfriend said she saw something that looked like blood in some Chinese food that we'd ordered, and I was just like, "What the fuck do you
It
mean?"
was
'Cause
just
this is
some
the most.
soy sauce.
This is the most American of Chinese places, you know what I mean? Like, so I just called back and they went and picked it up and delivered me some more. But it was one of those things that makes you think, like, whenever you're on your own and you can't look and you don't have the eyes there to tell you, it's like, damn, I could really be eating blood or some wild shit. I don't know, but yeah, you just have to hope.
9 years ago today, rest in peace, Nate Dogg. You guys know.
Nate Dogg?
Fuck with Nate Dogg.
Yeah, definitely a fuck with Nate.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll never forget that, too.
Choir ass nigga.
Yeah.
My man could be thrown on a hook on a pop song, and he could be thrown on a hook on a hip hop song,
king of hooks,
and it was
right?
still so gangster.
Yeah.
He was the king.
His hooks made a shit track. You take a shit track, but throw a Nate Dogg hook on it. Oof.
Boom.
It'd crush. Yeah. It would crush. It was the internet.
It was Nate.
#1 single instantly.
It was Nate.
Yeah.
You can't fuck with Nate.
Yeah, it's fucked up how he went too, man. It was a stroke, and I just think that's rough. Like, it's always the best ones, bro. It's so weird. It's so weird. And isn't it weird? And I hate to be like that guy, but it just seems like so many superstars passed away around the same time in this like 3-year, 4-year span from like 2009 to 2013. I mean, from Whitney Houston to fucking Michael Jackson to Nate Dogg
Prince.
to God, like it's so crazy. No, Prince was 16. But even in that 10 years since Michael Jackson.
But just in the mix, yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy.
5 years
like
ago on this day,
bro.
Pimp a Butterfly came out. Shout out Kendrick. You guys got a favorite track off Pimp a Butterfly? So I'm a fan of Macklemore because of the Northwest tie. Do I like his music? Some of it's okay. But that Pimp a Butterfly should have taken the cake on that album of the year. Without a doubt. I mean, I know he eventually got an album of the year, but when Macklemore won it, nah.
Well, was that the same awards, or was that for Good Kid, Mad City, or some shit? It was for some shit. But I do remember that, and that was the 2013. Oh, okay. Then I could be okay. I thought it was the 2013 when Miley Cyrus went crazy at the VMAs. But I'll tell you this much: he was definitely a little pussy. I'm sorry, like Macklemore was a little pussy to even like. Oh, I shouldn't have won this. You know, this definitely should have gone to Kendrick. But well, shut the fuck up. Take the win, because you shouldn't even have gotten that anyway. So just take the win and go home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop trying to be all like playing nice in hip hop. We're niggas.
Where do you guys
like
feel about
white
Post
boys from
Malone
Seattle.
in the hip hop world? Like, there's been some talk more recently again, and it was early on with Post too, but it's kind of come back up again, like that he doesn't fit in the hip hop rap genre or world.
So I think the thing about Post Malone, bro, is I've actually heard some unreleased stuff from him. He's actually really got the hip hop idea. Like, he really comes out with these hip hop cadences, and he uses hip hop phrasing, like shit that's said in hip hop music. Like, I think what you know, people just always like to put the appropriation tag on everything, and you know, I think we've talked about that on the podcast about appropriation and how stupid it is, you know. But I do think to a certain extent, you know, I think what bothers me is capitalizing off of hip hop, you know? So like hip hop is kind of like a lifestyle, where pop is just music you hear in a Macy's, you know? I mean, like,
in a hot
it's
topic
just filler. Pop is filler.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, where where hip hop, you know, it really is a lifestyle. And I think there's something to that. So like he definitely started and they pushed him as like a hip hop figure. And he ended up popping up as an artist. But I consider still him, you know, there's a little bit of R&B hip hop there, but
it's the
hip hop pop
that I think you have with me and Brando, that we're not big fans of Drake and music like that. It's the evolution of music, right? Like the people that are saying Post Malone doesn't belong are probably older heads, older journalists that fall into the category of hip hop and rap is 90s hip hop and rap. That's hip hop and rap. So they don't catch on so much to the evolution of music and how it's changed. So Post does kind of fit the way hip hop and rap is done today. Like, sure, there's definitely the more grimier, I guess what you guys call drill rap and bars. And
well, as we've talked about though too, hip hop has become popular. All pop is popular, right? And that's all that's, and hip hop has really taken over. Like, if you listen to the radio, fucking Tyga has songs on pop radio. You know what I mean? Like, he Haste with Offset. With Offset.
You can say
you know,
that again.
No, and he is, but if you look at what Tyga was doing in 2010 to 2012, he would have never been allowed to be on fucking
you would have never
radio.
thought he was doing pop radio. Exactly. No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, hip hop, you know, the appeal is there, you know, and I think that there's something to that. But also, I think I have more respect for somebody like Post, who really, you know, has lived in that type of, like, he's lived in his honesty. Like, he's never tried to portray a black character. He's like, yo, I'm this white boy that makes hip hop music, you know? Same thing with Gambino. Yep. I know he's mixed, right? But it's still this, I don't know. I just think I feel like, I feel like if you can do it, fucking do it. And like I said, yo, I'm going to show you this unreleased shit that I have a post that is fucking crazy, yo. Like, it's just him, like, humming out a cadence. And that's what happens in the industry. You send songwriters a scratch, or, you know, all your guys who write your shit, a scratch of what you were humming, or, like, you know, an idea that you had, and they put the words to it. But he's coming up with the cadences. Yeah. He's coming up with the shits.
Well, I think that's what I appreciate about artists too. Like, he was a SoundCloud rapper that made it. Like, he made a track with his boys at home, put it up on SoundCloud, and woke up the next day to, you know, 500,000 views already. Like, and it was a good song. It was White Iverson. I you know, it's not great, but I like it. It's something I like. It's got a cool beat, it's a cool vibe, whatever. But he didn't have to. And maybe this is a little bit why he doesn't get some of the respect. But I do respect it, because he didn't have to necessarily go out there and go to all the record labels and give them this demo and that demo and get shot down. He used the internet, the power of the internet, and that's just the internet.
When he was signed, though, it felt like the labels were pushing him. It felt like he was an industry plant, though. It did feel like he was an industry plant at first, because the way that they were trying to shove him in our face.
But a little bit of that, I think, was just people knew. I mean, he's good. He's good at what he can do. He can spit some bars, and then he can kind of sing a little bit. He plays the guitar. He plays like 3 or 4 different instruments. Like, he is a person that appreciates music. He's not just a white dude trying to be a white rapper. He is somebody that appreciates music, you know? So I respect that. Like, he likes old school classic rock and roll and, like, you know, rap and stuff. He just has an appreciation for music. So I don't think he gets enough credit for that.
I want to give a shout out to Sam. She's saying you don't hear pop and hot topics. She says in the chat, and she also says, I also heard 4 sweatpants from Gambino while she was getting her phone. Shay says she's heard hip hop in a phone store. So yeah, I think phone stores are a little more hip than clothing stores. Okay, Macy's is definitely not going to play.
Dude, the people behind the
fucking
phone
Meek Mill and
counters-
Drake.
The people behind the
Not
phone
hearing
counters
hip-hop
are
when you go
either
to the grocery
brown
store
or
or
black,
anything either.
and they are very
Facts.
much down for the shits.
They really are working there because they just straightened up. They stopped selling weed.
They're working there because they know how to hack. They know how to play with computers, play games, and work electronics very well. Probably because they stole them in a past life. Now,
Shay
here's the
says,
thing,
OMG,
right?
Nate
Working there
Dogg.
because they probably gotta please their parole officer.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Don't
I'm telling
look
you that
down. You'll
jobs-
see ankle
listen,
monitors.
Check it though. Check it out, right? Jobs out of halfway houses are not that nice. They will not get a cushy AT&T job just that quickly.
No, they're working at Boost Mobile, Boost and Cricket. And
Oh yeah.
Mint.
That I'll say yes. Boost and Cricket. I haven't been in a Boost. I haven't been in a Cricket or a Boost shop in fucking years. I forgot those places still exist. I wonder what's the closest Boost shop. Are they around really?
There's still
What's
some
the
around.
closest Boost shop to me? Let me ask.
Consumer
The
Cellular.
closest Cricket store. Dude, it's like
Cricket was
like
garbage.
you know when you
Jesus.
move around, it's like around you, but
Yeah.
that's funny.
All right, let's wrap this show up. Hey, we appreciate all of you.
All right.
Chat with us when we're not live. The phone lines are always there for you guys to leave voicemails, ask questions, share stories. Hit us with awesome articles, funny videos, whatever you got. Inbox at comfortablypoor.com. Hashtag comfortablypoor on Twitter. Chat with us, ask your questions, be a part of our shows moving forward. New podcast dropping tomorrow and the rest of the week. So at CP Pod 100 across all social media platforms. Hit us up, follow us. Let's go.
Thank you, fellas.
Yes.
Yes, sir.